Hello, my name is Dr. Miro Griffiths. I am a teacher and researcher at the University of Leeds in the UK. I teach and research on disability studies, and I have a particular interest in the way disabled people are socially oppressed by how society is organised. I've been asked to give this short talk on the importance of personal assistance, and I think a good place to start would be to recognise the international human rights conventions and treaties that make explicit reference to disabled people having the right level of support and have choice and control over how that support is used and for what purposes. Personal assistance forms part of those discussions, and when we consider things like the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, then we clearly can see how personal assistance must form part of the discussions that surround how and why and when to provide support to disabled people. Personal assistance must be an option that disabled people can have access to at whatever time they want. And the reason for this is because if we think about disability activism and think about the independent living movement and various disabled people's movements across the globe, there has been a continuous demand for support to enable disabled people to have a meaningful, valued and respected contribution to their society and to their communities. Now this is important because traditionally the dominant approach has been to provide institutionalized care or limited care which does not do anything to support the disabled person to have choice and control over how to live their life and what they want to do with their life. This is an expensive form of care when we think about institutions, when we think about expensive agencies which are driven by profit. And the reality is that we can provide very cost-effective support to disabled people in a way which is controlled by disabled people, so that not only disabled people benefit from the support they receive, but that it is manageable by the local authority or the national government and those who are providing the funding for these services. This is why it's essential that disabled people are in control of the process of delivering, designing in the personal assistance, and I want to see more of an emphasis placed on disabled people's cooperatives and disabled people's organisations running and delivering the services surrounding personal assistance. We also need to have disabled people at the discussion platforms which discuss and implement personal assistance models and frameworks. This is why I would make reference to Dr. Mladenov's work on personal assistance, exploring personal assistance across many different countries in Europe, and I think we can learn a lot from the way different countries have approached implementing personal assistance schemes. I would also say that personal assistance is important because it also provides a opportunity for members of the local community to engage in meaningful work, which then also contributes to the functioning of the economy in that local area and indeed in the national area. If a disabled person is employing, say, 3, 4, 5 personal assistants to provide 24 hours support, then that is putting 2, 3, 4, 5 people into employment at various different levels, and they are then able to ensure that their families have their needs met and themselves, and that they are able then to pay back into the economy of the local area. So through personal assistance we can develop cost-effective ways which also provide resources and funding for the local economy as well, because disabled people can then choose to or can access employment through personal assistance. They can be part of their communities, they can engage in the education system, they can engage with various different social structures within society, and personal assistance is a mechanism to provide that. Whilst it may require funding and possibly intensive funding at the beginning, there is an opportunity to reap the rewards from providing people with the right level of support, so we don't have crisis-driven agendas where people desperately need support from, say, the health service or from local government when things turn into crises, because people have been left without the right level of support for the majority of their life. Nor do we then rely on expensive, profit-driven organizations that are trying to ensure that they provide care and support disabled people, but not in the correct way and not meeting the aspirations of the individual. Personal assistance is possible, as indeed is disabled people's rights in terms of being upheld and being implemented. But it is about a choice, and the exclusion and the oppression experienced by disabled people can be and is deliberately done to ensure that disabled people don't have opportunities to be part of their community. So the fact that we are talking about personal assistance is not by accident. It is a deliberate attempt to ensure that disabled people are not provided with the right level of support. So therefore, personal assistance is possible, it is preferable, and we need to now work towards ensuring it becomes a real choice for disabled people throughout the world. Thank you.